before you guys start crying about Cardi B being a victim, and before you start crying about Offset cheating on Cardi B, that's why he ain't shit and blah 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 and whatnot. Before you guys start crying about that, I want to show you a video. Let me show you something real quick. Because when I tell you that women are their own worst enemy, they do not believe it. they don't see it, and they'll talk about it in the public. What type of dude they want? Oh, I only want street ninjas. I only want this and that, and then they cry about the results that they get. So before you guys start the simps, and obviously bitches is gonna stick up for Cardi B. Let me show you this video real quick. Let me show you.
I have dated men that were extremely faithful to me.
Were they ugly?
No, mad cute, super faithful to me. But it's like a lot of people, when that whole cheating scandal came out, a lot of people was like, you deserve somebody faithful. But just because somebody like extremely faithful don't make you happy, because
that's true.
The guys that were extremely faithful to me, it just didn't work out. You just need to find somebody that you really in love with and make you happy. I have dated men.
Now, you cannot make this shit up. I don't know what year this was, this interview was, but like Cardi B, she says the darnest of things sometimes, doesn't she? like I love social media. I love interviews. I love how women now have the opportunity to broadcast their thoughts, because now with the advent of TikTok, social media, especially TikTok, but social media, the TV shows, YouTube, and now, because women think they're clever when they talk, but what they end up doing is just proving MGTOW right. Like, and all the men before that, when we would say that women don't want faithful men, women only respect men that can replace them. And when we say stuff like this, people will always say, "Oh, you're just attracting a certain type of woman." they'll act like these women will not exist, don't exist, and we're just picking the wrong ones. But Cardi B is not the only girl that has said this. This is very common. We've literally had women on here talking about, just because the guy's a nice, the dude that you married was a nice guy, doesn't mean you're wrong for divorcing him. And it's just like, what? Like, we've seen videos on here with these female life coaches, these bitches doing videos in their car and whatnot. the car that their husband paid for, talking crazy. And they say stuff like this. And then when we tell dudes, hey, homie, you don't get married, try not to cohabitate. These hoes don't know what they want out here. They're just going to destroy you if you don't, especially if you don't have your shit together. And when we say this, we're wrong for saying that. You know what I'm saying? But let's go over what she said again.
They were extremely faithful to me.
Were they ugly?
No, mad cute, super faithful to me.
And she's right. There are dudes out there that, well, people don't understand. There are dudes out there that physically, like, I'm talking about according to the black pillars, which I don't dismiss what they say, but that meets all the metrics. But the turnoff for their girlfriend that still ended up cheating on them was that he was faithful and he was a nice guy and he was actually a decent person, or they think, or it'll be like a street ninja that they'll go with, and they'll go with the dude because of the excitement. And but really what happens is he's trying to turn his life around, and he becomes and with her, he's a decent dude, and she ends up leaving him because he's actually not this dangerous, entertaining guy that she thought he was. This is very common. That's what a lot of people don't even understand. Like, a lot of dudes in the black pill sector, they don't understand, like, why they can't, like I would always say, okay, explain why Jada still loves Tupac and she treats Will Smith like shit. And mind you, Tupac was like 5'7", dog. Bald. Now Will Smith, 6'4", caramel skin, almost basically, yeah, light skin, great hair, one of the greatest actors of all time. He could rap too, movie star, still alive. But like I said, he didn't have that persona, that gangster persona. He was a pretty straight-laced guy in the public eye. That's the turnoff. And black pill, and I'll say this, the black pill does talk about how women love criminals and stuff like that. So, they'll probably, take credit for that. But when you look at just the discrepancy between Tupac and Will, you're like, oh, women only respect dudes that can replace them. And it's pretty clear. Just the fact, if a woman is using the term incel to diss a man, she's objectifying her own self. If a woman is calling people incels, she's inadvertently objectifying her own self. Basically, the only person she can respect is a guy that gets bitches, because she's calling somebody an incel, basically making fun of their inability to get hoes. Notice how they call everything, like when they're talking about how Future is this bad person or toxic, notice that they never call him an incel. You ever notice that? They never call him an incel. Interesting. I find that interesting. And clearly, I'm talking about when women call dudes incels as a diss, that it literally goes under the same level as when they call somebody a deadbeat, or when they call a dude gay. It's basically under that same diss. They put you under that same respect level. So what would be the opposite of an incel? A dude that can get multiple bitches. And what's better than just saying that you get multiple bitches than being able to show that you get multiple bitches? Those are the only people that women respect. This is why especially nowadays, I don't feel bad for bitches that get cheated on, because those are the only dudes that it looks like women respect. According to your words, if you're calling dudes incels, you're inadvertently objectifying your own self. Like, a man can't diss a woman for not getting dudes, because any woman can get sex from a dude. It doesn't take a lot. It really doesn't take a lot. So what you would diss a woman for is not being able to get married, or basically not being able to keep a guy for long term. That's what women get, or not being able to have children. That's what women get their black mark at. That's how it works.
But it's like a lot of people, when that whole cheating scandal came out, a lot of people was like, you deserve somebody faithful. But just because somebody like extremely faithful don't make you happy, because
that's true.
The guys that were extremely faithful to me,
I don't know what year this was taken, but maybe I don't know if the question that they were asking her was about when Offset cheated on her the first time. That's funny. Look at how calm and collected. Look how respectful. Yo. And look how they talked about Kevin Samuels or an Andrew Tate, right? These guys. It's interesting, right? Look how respectful she is defending an alleged cheater. Or because, like I said, those are the guys that they respect. Women only respect men that can replace them. Bottom line. What people don't understand is when you see women keying up cars and stuff like that, it's not the Chads, the Tyrones and the Chads, these people, or the celebrities, whatever, like the really rich, wealthy people that can replace the hoes. They're not going crazy over guys like that. They're going crazy over the drug dealers, right? Those guys, or basically guys that they thought that she was settling for. And even though it's really the opposite, the guy settling for her, were basically, in her mind, she's settling for. And then that guy cheats. That's when she goes crazy. That's when she puts you on child support if you put a kid in her. That's when she's ringing you up in court. Is when she feels like she's settled for you. And you already know, in a woman's mind, settling in her mind is basically, oh, okay, I can't go after the star QB of the football team. Let me just go for the tight end. let me go with the offensive lineman. Let me go for the safe option. That's settling in a woman's mind. And like settling in a woman's mind is not, people think it's like, okay, she went for the lawyer, now she's going for the janitor. No, that's not settling. That's that's downgrading. What she means when she's saying settling, that means, okay, let me lower. When she means lowering her standards, she means, okay, I'm not going to go for the rapper. I'm going to go for the songwriter. That's settling in her mind. Or let me just go with the architect. Let me go with the engineer who's making 6 figures instead of chasing the CEO of the company. That's settling in the average woman's mind. That's in her mind. She's settling. When you heard Jeannie Mai talking about Young Jeezy in the beginning, basically saying that, oh, I finally found my equal. I'm like, Jeezy's your equal? Whoa. Time the fuck out. No. Like, Jeezy's way, like, Jeannie Mai, you're really down here. Jeezy is up here. Jeezy is a legend. You, on the other hand, is just a bitch with a microphone. And this is another thing too. I know I'm going a little bit off topic here, but these Instagram models got they mind, like they've lost it. These hoes done lost it. These IG models will literally look at their following that they have and really think they're that bitch. They think they're a celebrity. They really think all these bitches do is literally just turn around. 50,000 subscribers for just literally wearing some yoga pants and turning around. And then they think because they have 500,000 subscribers, 500,000 followers on Instagram of all places, not YouTube. I'm talking about if you check their YouTube, they don't even have a whole lot of followers on YouTube. But on Instagram, they have, say, it'll be an average bitch with literally 50,000 subscribers. And they think basically the men in their area, they're above them. Bitch, all you do is literally turn around and put your phone at a camera angle. And you have you don't even have to turn around. All you got to do is put your face there, and it's like 10,000 subscribers automatically. Like, as soon as those, like, the female athletes that you see on Instagram with all these followers, they literally just put their face there. They'll have like 6 posts, and they'll have 90,000 followers on Instagram, 100,000 followers on Instagram for literally doing nothing. And then they'll turn around and they think their value is up here, but really their value is just mid. It's just average. They're really not worth much. But because they have a certain amount of followers on Instagram, they think that they're at the same level as like athletes and shit. And it's really sad that it works like they don't realize that men and women are we're different. We're different. Like, a lot of these bitches that have all these followers on Instagram, they're ugly. They just have a big ass. But because they have a big ass, they have, like, I'm talking about a million followers, and then they'll be like, why are these millionaires and these billionaires just pumping and dumping? Because you're one of many. You're just a very expensive escort at best. At best, a very expensive escort. I'm sorry I went off there.
It just didn't work out. Mm-hmm. You just need to find somebody that you really in love with and make you happy.
So right there, what she's basically explaining is, if a woman really fucks with you, it really doesn't matter what you do. And that's really the secret right there. Okay, now let's look at these comments. It says, proof they have no clue what they want. Translation, there's no making a woman happy. Exactly. There's really, like, that's why I don't know why guys try to brag about what they can do for a bitch. And there's no making a woman happy to if you're trying to make a woman happy, you're wasting your time, dog. See, ladies, a man that loves you will be faithful. It is what it. No, you see, she's trying to change the narrative. It's too late. But these bitches been talking too much, dog. He said that's why her husband constantly cheats on her. Those are facts. But like I said, yeah, Corey Holcomb had this joke where basically he said you need to get 2 bitches, and hopefully they don't know about each other. But he basically said treat one bitch like shit, and then treat the other bitch like a queen. Like, just do everything you can for her, and then just one bitch just. But he said basically stand on this bitch head in the streets. That's how Corey Holcomb said. That's hilarious, man. That is hilarious. That is funny, man. Stand on this bitch head in the street is hilarious. But he said basically when you're down on your luck, he said the bitch that you treat like shit is gonna be there for you. And those are unfortunate facts. Those are unfortunate facts. And what guys need to, and I hope what guys understand is that's just how women work. That's just how they work. I'm not in the business of, we have to change them. It's just, this is what they are. This is what they are. You have to accept what they are. This is why, you got guys like SYSBM, MGTOW, just don't save them. And then, obviously when she reaches a certain age, I want a decent dude. No. Don't fall for it. Then he says the nonsense women speak and they will be married for years. Then out of nowhere comes the repetitive phase. I'm not happy. And that's really the number one cause of women divorcing their men, but they won't admit it. They'll destroy an empire for that phrase. Commitment and building a family goes beyond personal happiness. Sometimes it comes with happiness, pain, and sacrifice. And women now, they're not trying to sacrifice none. Like, and they'll make phrases like men just want us to be dumb like their moms. And you're just like, what? I've seen a lot of women been saying this phrase. I don't know who they got that from, but yikes. Let me see. Girls, if this man is super faithful. What else? Oh, okay. So this is a blue pill guy talking. He said, girls, if the man is super faithful, what else do y'all want? Y'all should be happy. Y'all got a fucking faithful guy in this day and age, and it's hard to come around a faithful, truthful person. But what he doesn't understand is women don't want a faithful guy. They're just not attracted to that guy. Now, you'll have women in my comment section say, oh, I want a faithful guy, but they're going to be over 40 years old. Like, it'll be like, it's not when they're in their prime they want a faithful guy. They want a faithful guy after they've already birthed out 2 bastard kids, already over the hill, once they already been through menopause. Basically, after they've already lived their life. So that's by like age 36, 37, 38. Those are going to be the women that are going to be disagreeing with me. But they're 36, 37, 38. When they were younger, they were dating drug dealers. That's how it works. Oh, man. But like I said, I think it's too late for women. It's too late for women to act like these women don't exist. Like they can't even use that shit as an excuse anymore. You know. He said, then they get with a nigga like Offset. That's a funny joke. But yeah, that's just how it works, guys. That's just how it works. Yo, that's how it works. You know, I'm not in the business of trying to get women to act right. No, it's just women are who they are, you know. And I always, you know, I'm thankful for, you know, the women that I saw in high school because they put me up on game. I just didn't believe them, you know. And I used to be, especially even in high school, like the reason why I lacked a lot of female friends is because I didn't allow girls that I knew to complain about their cheating boyfriends to me, because I was like, you're just going to go back with him anyway. So why are you talking to me about it? So they basically stopped talking to me about it and then just found another sucker to do that. Right. And I would see that and I'll be like, oh, but my mistake was, oh, those are just those type of women. You know what I'm saying? That was my big mistake. And going to college really opened my eyes. It really just like, oh, I'm not saying it's not a matter of like just all women. It's just, it's safer to generalize because most of them act like that, especially in their prime selecting years. And then, you know, then it's always the same script around 27, 28 years old. Oh, I'm tired of the jerks. Aren't you tired of hookup culture and all? It's always around that same age between 28, you know, 27, 28 through 30 something. Oh, I want a nice guy. No. No. And this is what scares. This is why women that age, or when you see women talk about why would Cardi B say something like that, they're usually over 30 something. You take that same woman that was 30 something when she was in her early 20s, look at the type of dudes that she dated. You know, it's pretty self-explanatory.